Hi everybody. It's been a bit since I've done one of these video blogs, an update of what's going on here on the herbal homestead. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and give you guys a bit of a lowdown of what we've been up to, what I've been up to. Yesterday I finished teaching my last in-person workshop for the summer. I called them plant immersive experiences, and they were really amazing because it was all about immersing my students in the world of plants, be it making culinary foods, meditating with plants, working with flower essences. We even talked about essential oils. We lots of make and take giveaway like that people got to take home. So yesterday we made fire cider. We made elderberry elixir, which I have videos for. So if you're not local to me and you can't come to these fun workshops, check out all of my DIY herbal videos. I've got lots and lots of them to share. We did some talking about essential oil blending and learning about, base, mid, and top notes. And then we meditated with my fruit trees. It was a really beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm so glad that I decided to teach in person again this year. It had been a few years and it was just exactly what my soul and heart needed. So yesterday was bittersweet. They're running these workshops is a lot of work. I really pour my heart and soul. People leave with these really beautiful handouts, detailed information. I make food, it's like a whole experience for everybody. But at the same time, I'm ready to kind of slow down a little bit in that regard because golly, harvest season is just still in high gear here. I've been getting into the habit of waking up and heading outside first thing. It's the first thing that I do so that my eyes can, start absorbing beautiful sunlight and my circadian rhythms start to balance out. So this morning I went out and I harvested, and holy moly, like tons of beans. Cherry tomatoes are coming in hot, 2 giant eggplants, lots of paste tomatoes too. So dinner tonight's going to be a roasted tomato soup. I just did a big batch of fermented dilly beans. If you still have beans coming in and you're wondering what to do with them, this is my favorite way. So I'll post a link to that too, so you guys could check that out. But what I'm going to do right now, I'll show you guys, I'll head outside. We got our firewood delivered. So not only are, elderberries still coming in, beans, we've got cabbage, sweet potatoes will be harvested soon. We did harvest our potatoes. It was a pretty good yield. We've got a stack of firewood. It's not quite ready to burn. Thankfully, we have 1.5 bush cord left from last year, which is nice and dry. So that should do us, I'm hoping, until December, end of December. And that'll give this stuff, if we get it stacked, this will get this stuff lots of time to season and dry. So I'll show you what my driveway looks like. So you can see, we don't normally have this much firewood delivered all at once. So yesterday while I was teaching, hubby stacked some of the firewood, last year's firewood, up at the front here. Not quite here, a full half bush cord. These racks carry that, but we still want to be able to open our window, you can see. So this is great. Like, this is right by the front door, so it's easy to bring into the house. So he did that. I'm glad it's like ready to burn, which is fantastic. But like I said, we don't normally have 4 bush cord delivered at once. And this is why, because it's pretty much taking up my entire driveway. So essentially what we're going to be working on today, a lot of sweat equity, is just piling firewood into the wheelbarrows. And then we haul it. I don't have the gimbal, so shaky camera a little bit. And stack it back around the house here. So we have this covered, sheltered area where we will stack all the firewood for the season. Always helping out on the homestead, right, Malfoy? He's actually a really good mouser. And it's something that people don't talk about, is the importance of the homestead cat. He does an amazing job at keeping mice, voles, and moles and everything away from our crops and out of our house. So while most of the pictures of Malfoy are him being a lazy kitty, he's actually a really huge help and keeping the ecosystem more balanced around here. So I'm gonna shut the camera off for now, give you guys an update on how it went, but this is what we've been up to. Lots of harvesting. So you can see, plants are starting, like the life cycle, right? Plants are starting to die back. But we do have some fruit on the fruit trees, which is exciting, our first apples. But I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna start helping my husband because he spent all yesterday hauling firewood. So he definitely needs a helping hand today. So there's Kiddo in his working outfit. He's got the polka dotted gloves on, his PJs, a hat when it's cloudy, and of course the safest shoes to work in, his Crocs. So, woo. What do you think about having firewood as our heat source?
Ouch. I kind of think of it as a natural way. I don't like using gas because I feel firewood is better to the planet.
Well, if people replant trees, right? That's the really important part, is sustainable firewood.
Yes, but gas does hurt the environment.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's something we should learn about in homeschool. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I'll just try to get this a little farther.
So we decided to stack half a bush cord in front of the garage. There's like bugs crawling on me. Because this is southern exposure. And this wood is definitely not ready to burn. So if we can get it in the sun, drying out, and getting lots of wind, it will be ready hopefully in a few months. There are so many aspects to firewood that I love. The fact that as a family we work together on this project is always something that brings a lot of joy and satisfaction. I love how good a workout it is. We often joke that we don't really need a gym membership around our homestead. We stack firewood, we chop firewood, we mow the lawn I sometimes will use an actual manual push mower. And then of course, come spring, that's when we have yards of soil and stone and things delivered right onto the very same driveway you see us working on right now. So there's always opportunities for, keeping up physical strength and getting a good sweat on, which is exactly what we're doing right now. Now, we talk a lot about the sustainability of the way that we heat our home too. It was interesting to hear my son talk about how it was a more natural source. And while I think he is on track, I do recognize the flaws in using firewood as a heating source. How many of our suppliers are actually doing the work to replant trees? These are good questions to ask. For us living in Ontario, our home, the only other option is electric heat. And we all know with expenses going up and inflation being what it is, electricity is set to increase in price. And we are already one of the more expensive provinces in the entire country in terms of our electricity costs. So that's not really very appealing in terms of adding expenditures. So we may look at something like a heat pump and see if that would also be a good way. But for now, we absolutely love heating with wood. We live in an area that has volatile weather and we frequently lose power. And I can actually remember last year being able to offer up my home to other people in the community where we live because we were without power for so long that many of them were cold. And so knowing that we have that kind of backup plan, that we're always going to be warm, is a sense of sort of safety and preparedness that I really do love. And I've grown quite accustomed to the warmth that wood heat provides. Just taking a quick minute to just admire the beautiful fall colors. It's one of my favorite things, the New England aster and the goldenrod popping out in fall. It's a sure sign that winter is coming. So after a morning of stacking firewood, and we actually got most of it stacked, which feels pretty good because, as I mentioned, this isn't quite ready to burn yet. So it needs some time exposed to sun and air and all that sort of stuff. but we are heading into town, and I wanted to update you on something else that was really cool that just happened for my herbal business, and that's I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really awesome because my husband and I remember when I hit 1,000. It was a big deal. We remember when we hit 500. Yeah, when we hit 500 and we were like, woohoo! And 1,000 was like a really big deal. And now, thanks to folks like you watching my videos and subscribing, leaving comments, asking questions, the channel is growing. And I'm filled with gratitude and humbled by it as well, because there's a lot of people out on the internet sharing information, sharing their lives, kind of like I am. And it's really, I don't know, I just feel really blessed that a lot of you folks choose to come and hang out with me on my channel. So like I said, we're driving through the country, heading into town to run a few errands. Some stuff coming up for Spiraea is I'm going to be opening up Weavers, my monthly membership platform. I'm going to be opening up for new members. It is a beautiful community. Wonderful people who are there and want to really learn and immerse themselves in plant-based living and plant-based medicine. We are going to be deep diving into the immune system soon, which I know is a topic everybody wants to learn more about. Plus, when you sign up, you get access to all previous content, and there is a lot on there. So I'm going to be having a coupon code for folks to join, so it'll be a price that's more accessible to people. To my American friends, it's in Canadian dollars, so this is a really good deal for you guys. So I'm going to leave that coupon code in the description below so you can take advantage of that. If it's something that you want to come and learn on a deeper level with me, I would be grateful to have you there. And I think I'm going to stop filming at this point because the potholes are making this a very bouncy video. But that's what's been going on here. Firewood, a lot of last minute food preservation. We still have sweet potatoes to harvest, so I'll probably do a video while we're doing that as well. And of course, hitting 10,000 subscribers. So thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next video.